Welcome PWR members. I am here today with some very, very important housing updates with regards to some bills coming up in our election season that's going to be upon us very quickly. I'm here with some very important staff here at our association. I've got Tim Shaw, who is one of our government affairs directors. I've got Christine Schachter, who's another one of our government affairs directors, and I've got Phil Hawkins, who is the CEO of our association. And we're going to dive right in to some important information that you really should pay attention to as a realtor in our state coming up. So Tim, tell us about Prop 5.
Okay, Prop 5, we're asking our voters to vote yes on. So Prop 5 is going to deal with the tax portability issue. So back in 1978, of course, we got Proposition 13 passed by the voters. And what that says is whenever you buy property, it's going to lock in your property tax going forward. So if you've owned that property a while and you're enjoying the low property tax and you want to sell that property and buy a new one, right now you can sell that property and transfer that lower tax basis onto your new property, but under certain conditions. We had Prop 60 and Prop 90 that are allowing that transfer to happen under certain conditions. Currently, you have to be 55 years or older to do it. They're only going to let you do it one time in your whole life. And if you're going into a new county, that new county has to accept the out-of-county transfer in. We have 58 counties in California. 11 of them right now are allowing that transfer. Out of those 11, several are here in Southern California. So,
but not up and down the state.
Correct, not across the whole state. The other thing, currently, if you're going to transfer the basis, you have to buy a new home of equal or lesser value, basically, and that would do it. So, with Prop 5, if we get this passed, it's going to kind of loosen these requirements up. Yeah. You still have to be 55 years or older to do it. But you would be able to transfer the basis as many times as you want. It wouldn't be just limited to one time. You could kind of sell your home and any number of times and transfer it along. They'd also let you go any county automatically in the state of California. All 58 counties automatically have to take out-of-county transfers, so that's great. And the other change would be you wouldn't have to buy the property of equal or lesser value. You could also buy a more expensive property. So if you sold your home, want to buy a new home that's more expensive, you would just pay the normal property tax rate on the difference, but you would be able to transfer along the basis along with you. So the reason we want to do this and why it's so important, we have so many people who have owned their home a really long time and probably have their kids, long gone and they're empty nesters now, but they don't want to sell their home because they're enjoying that low property tax basis. So if this measure were to pass and we kind of make it a lot easier to transfer along the basis, we expect people would be more likely to go ahead and sell that home and probably get the housing that they need. And now the younger family with all their kids can kind of move into the house, that bigger house that they want to raise their family in. So Proposition 5 would really go a long way to helping ease the housing crisis that we have, as people don't want to, ever get rid of that.
It's almost like the housing's clogged.
Right, that's a great way of thinking of it. The unintended consequence of Prop 13 has kind of been that people, when they buy their home, they never want to sell it because they're enjoying the low property tax. So with this change, it would kind of get rid of that moving penalty.
Absolutely, thank you for that. Christine, share with us about Prop 10.
Prop 10, we are voting no on Prop 10 as it will repeal some of the longstanding provisions that have allowed rent control not to flourish. We don't like those two words, rent control. Nope. They are undesirable. They will have a huge impact on middle class families and the affordability of housing. I know that we hear that the measure is touted as a affordability measure. It's not. It will do the exact opposite. Again, it's going to be repealing a 1995 law that was put in place to restrict how local jurisdictions can go about implementing rent control. And so we want to see to ensure that Prop 10 is not voted.
So saying no on Prop 10 just keeps everything the way it is right now, which is what's most important.
Which is most desirable.
Yeah.
Correct. So you'll be getting a lot of information on both 5 and 10. You'll be seeing on our social media page. You'll be seeing in your emails. We're going to send you talking points. We're going to send you the reasons why we're supporting or opposing each one of these. So watch your emails in the next few weeks up to the election time, and make sure you vote no on Prop 10 and yes on Prop 5.
So remember, as realtors, we are housing advocates, and both of these bills, voting yes on Prop 5 will help increase our housing stock, and voting no on Prop 10 will help keep those protections in place that are going to benefit all Californians. So get yourself educated, make sure you register to vote if you're not registered to vote, and if you have any questions, you can always reach out to this amazing government affairs team we have here locally at PWR. Thanks for tuning in.